Hello, my innovator, and welcome now to Shout Out Wednesday. Post a comment or ask a question at soulgarden.tv in the Aquarius viewing room. I'll do my best to shout back and answer 1 week later. Well, looks like it's going to be a cloudy day with a chance of hyper-awareness and or anxiety today for the innovators. Lots of planets all adding up to a couple of conclusions I have. On the one hand, the moon, which focuses our emotions, has moved into Cancer, and the sun today is ruled by the moon. That means our emotions are taking precedent today. It's one of those days where our emotions can run wild. Now, with the moon in Cancer, it does mean that your emotional focus is on the moment. So when it comes to your body and health, you are emotionally sensitive. When it comes to your space at work, you're sensitive. Really, when it comes to your space anywhere in your life today, you're wearing your emotions on your shirt sleeve, and you should be cautious because this is the transit where if you're super emotional, it could lead you to feeling sick. And if you have been feeling sick, could make you emotional. Now, there's a couple of triggers that may set you off into some anxiety today. One is simply the fact that the sun is ruled by the moon, and the sun is in Aries in Chapter 2. The topic for Aquarius, as you well know, is attitude and mind games. So today is one of those days where a certain mind game or a bad attitude could literally lead you into feeling emotionally oversensitive and not liking your reality. So be careful of your mind and how you manage your mind. That's part of the lesson this month anyways. But secondly, Mars in Pisces. Now remember yesterday I talked about the Mars-Saturn opposition, that this was a firework trigger ready to go off at any moment. Today is the first trigger. Mars is showing there may be some breakdown activity that leads to breakthrough when it comes to your sense of self-esteem or productivity or ability to make money. So something may trigger that. If you find yourself in that trigger, realize that you want to innovate and move forward with soul capital while at the same time changing your boundaries, and also realize that you're emotionally sensitive and easily triggered into mind games today. Then finally, for our shout out goes to David Geddes, one of our most popular Aquariuses in soulgarden.tv, and he asked a question about houses, how he has many planets in certain houses and what do houses really mean, and is a house ever empty? You know, David, I'd love to answer all those right now. I can't, but I'm going to find a way to answer those on camera in more depth for you. But the quick shortcut is this: a house is never empty. It's one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite astrologers that taught me growing up, Gwen. A house is never empty. The planets in the houses really represent a focus of your energy. So you have an abundance of energy there. But your awareness is the full 360 of your entire chart. So if you have a lot of energy, let's say in the second house, then you're going to have to take a little bit more time and energy to actually supplement and support your 8th house. However, your 8th house is alive and it is aware, just like your second house is alive and aware. So there are no empty houses, and really the whole point of astrology over many lifetimes is to balance that energy really nicely around that wheel. In fact, I always say, imagine if your chart was actually a wheel on a car. Would it be lopsided or would it spin nicely? If it spins nicely, you are an evolved soul. All right, that's all I have for today's shout out. See you folks tomorrow with more. Live, love, be. Soul Garden.